Just look at that sea of orange. No surprises if I tell you we're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
Massa and Crawford. We've been pushed down to P22.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit. We're 25 miles away from Amsterdam for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Michael Schumacher lines up on pole position, and it's Ayrton Senna alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Zagazeta, Zane Maloney and Crawford, Norris, Massa, Martins and Franco Colapinto, Hadja, Tramnitz, Liam Lawson and Soloff, O'Sullivan, Behrman, Taylor Barnard and Alex Albon, Leclerc, Fittipaldi, Jackson and Richard Verschoor rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X.
Okay, last race we finished lower than we expected. So this time we need a big push and I need a better weekend out of you. As things stand right now, we'll be 21st in the championship. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
it's another great day to add to so many more. A win for the legend that is Michael Schumacher.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Okay, we've sent off that sponsor contract proposal. With any luck, we'll hear back soon. I'll keep you posted. Great news, boss. The sponsor we were after are pleased with our proposals and are happy to sign. I'll get all the relevant paperwork sorted. All that's left to say is, congratulations.
Okay, boss. Got an interesting bit of news for you. We've had a driver reach out to us to ask if we'd be interested in a preliminary chat with him about possibilities for next season. You can always say no if you're not interested, or we can see where it goes. Your call. Okay, I've said yes to an informal chat. Let's get them in, tell them all about our project, and see what we can learn about them.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance.
Just look at that sea of orange. No surprises if I tell you we're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
The floor's damaged, I'm afraid. Expect significant performance issues until you come in and let us start repairs. I'm afraid we've dropped to P22. P22. Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are the fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 08.5. Senna, Norris, Jackson, Leclerc and Massa.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside in races across Europe. Here this weekend, It's even easier to find the Dutch fans as they have a race to call their own once again. A warm welcome to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe, of course, as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. 2.6 miles then make up a lap here at a very wet Zandvoort circuit, where some tricky braking zones and sudden drops can make it all too easy to slide off into the gravel. 14 off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Ayrton Senna completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Zagazeta, Aiden Jackson and Russell, Barnard, Massa, Michael Schumacher and Isaac Hadjar, Behrman, Albon, Tim Tramnitz and Maloney, Martins, Colapinto, Jack Crawford and Richard Verschoor, Soloff, Lawson, Fittipaldi and Zach O'Sullivan rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs no...
With 5 races remaining, we're still in with a chance of taking the Constructors' Championship. The team needs a result from you today. P3, you're currently in P3. Our gap to first place, 1.6 seconds. Norris just ahead, push for the position. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Car behind you is Senna. They're on a fresh set of inters. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 24 laps to go. We've got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Okay, clear. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 15.8 seconds. VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 30.1 seconds. They're on old intermediates. They're in 13th place. Time last lap, 1:21.2. P3, you're currently in P3. The distance to the leader, 14.4 seconds. Leclerc ahead, and gap to the car in front, 13.3 seconds. They're on old intermediates. Schumacher behind. They're on old intermediates. Final lap, push, push. Okay, as things stand, we'll be 15th in the championship. Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Here's the checkered flag. The fans rise to their feet. It's Lando Norris for victory.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Big day. The team feel we now have enough info following our talks with possible drivers that we can now start negotiating contracts. Drivers who we've had at least an early meeting with may now be receptive to discussing a contract. Time to get things ready for next season. Okay, we've sent out counteroffer. Try not to worry. A bit of back and forth is normal. That's business after all. I'll be back if I hear anything.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.